Listen, sweetheart, when a cashier says, "Your payment was declined, try it again," pause. The oldest debit card scam wears a polite apron. You run the card twice, you walk out with one bag, and your account shows 2 charges or 1 charge plus a hold. Today I'll show you exactly what to do at the counter, at the self-checkout, at gas pumps, and in your banking app so this trick dies bored. I'll keep it simple and practical. Quick note, I'm not your lawyer or bank. Policies vary by country and bank. Use common sense and adapt these scripts to your store. Here's the first win you can set up before you shop. Turn on real-time alerts and daily limits. In your bank app, enable push or text alerts for every card purchase and for declined transactions. Set a small daily limit for debit purchases and ATM withdrawals low enough to cap damage, high enough for groceries. Rename the alert tone so you notice it. Add the bank's fraud number to your contacts under bank fraud. If that already feels useful, tap like and subscribe. More tiny wins ahead. What the payment declined trick sounds like, it didn't go through, let me run it again. Or, the system is slow today, tap again. Or, try the Stripe, the chip is fussy. Sometimes you'll hear, it shows pending but the batch will fix it. Translation, they want a second authorization before the first one settles or clears. Honest clerks get confused, too. We're kind to people and strict with the machine. Why this trick works: authorizations and holds. When you tap or dip a card, the terminal asks your bank for an approval. That approval can place a temporary hold on your money. If the terminal crashes or the cashier hits cancel, that hold can still sit there. If you run the card again, you can end with 2 authorizations. Later, the merchant batches out, and one or both can settle. Some drop off in a few days, some do not. With debit, this can choke your balance right when you need your money. How to stop it at the counter in 30 seconds. Step 1, freeze the second try. Smile and say, let's not run it again yet. Can we check whether the first attempt authorized? Step 2, ask for proof on paper. Please print the last transaction detail or a journal tape. You're looking for words like approved, declined, or void and an approval code. Step 3, ask for a void, not a refund, if the first one actually went through. If the first charge was approved, please void it, don't refund it. A void cancels the same-day transaction before it settles. A refund is a new transaction that can take days to return. Step 4, if nothing authorized, choose one method and stick to it. Let's insert the chip once and wait. If that fails, I'll use a different card. Do not let them swipe the mag Stripe after a chip failure if the terminal supports chip. Stripe fallback is where skimmers and bad transactions love to live. Step 5, take receipts. Ask for 2 slips, the one that shows the outcome of attempt 1 void decline and the one that shows the final successful sale. Circle the date, time, terminal ID, and clerk name. If they refuse to print, ask for a manager. I need a copy of the transaction record because the app shows an authorization. A manager can pull the journal or the batch report. Stay calm, stay kind, but do not run the card again without clarity. You can always step aside, call your bank from your contact list and ask, do you see an authorization for / right now at /? If they do, you decide whether to void or to pay with a different card. Self-checkout rules because the machine loves to hustle you. Rule 1, if the screen freezes after approved, do not scan again. Hit call attendant. Ask them to reprint the receipt or check the transaction log. Rule 2, if it says payment failed, look at your phone before you try again. If your alert says approved, you already paid. Rule 3, do not leave without a receipt. If the printer is out of paper, ask for a reprint at customer service. Rule 4, if the machine suggests swipe magnetic Stripe, cancel and move to a staffed lane or use a different machine. Stripe plus self-checkout equals mess. Gas pumps have their own version, holds and pre-auth. Many pumps place a pre-authorization hold, for example, $75 or $125 before you pump a single drop. If the network hiccups, you can see a hold plus a charge or 2 holds. Best practice: pay inside with a chip reader when possible or use a credit card instead of debit at pumps. If you must use debit at the pump, set a low daily limit in the app and watch your alerts. If a pump shows "See cashier" after you insert, do not reinsert. Go inside and ask to run it once at the counter. Online declined doubles are sneaky, too. You click checkout, the screen spins, and then a generic error pops up. Before you resubmit, check your email and bank alerts. If you see an order received email or a charge alert, do not click again. Open your orders page in a new tab and confirm. If the site is down, wait an hour. Submitting twice can create 2 orders and 2 shipments. For subscriptions, always use a card with alerts and keep renewal dates in your calendar. Repeated declines can hide duplicate signups. Scripts you can use at any register. Let's pause before we run it again. Can you check if the first attempt authorized on your side? If it authorized, please void it. I don't want to wait for a refund. Could you print the last transaction detail or journal tape so I can match it to my alert? I'll use a different card rather than swiping the stripe after a chip error. I see an authorization alert on my phone. I'm going to call my bank before we do another attempt. Please write voided and the date time on that slip and sign it so I have a record. What to capture for your records? Keep the receipt with the approval code or the void code. Write the clerk's name, the terminal number, usually printed near the header, the exact time, and the amount. Take a photo of the receipt at home in good light so the ink doesn't fade on you. If you have to dispute, these tiny details turn a headache into a simple case. Bank app settings that turn this trick off at the faucet. Turn on alerts for purchases, reversals, refunds, and declines. If your bank offers merchant controls, enable country region limits and lock magstripe usage. Many apps let you toggle contactless or online purchases on and off, keep them off until you need them. Set up card lock, shortcuts on your home screen so you can freeze the card in 2 taps while you're still at the counter. If you already got hit 7 minutes to clean it up. 1. Take photos of all receipts. 2. Write a short note while it's fresh, store, date, time, what happened, who you spoke with. 3. Lock the card in the app so no more attempts go through. 4. Call the bank from the number in your contacts and say, I need to dispute a duplicate or erroneous debit card charge at /on/. I have receipts showing a void failed attempt. 5. Ask for a provisional credit according to your bank's policy while they investigate. 6. If the merchant promises to fix it, set a reminder for 3 business days. If the pending doesn't drop or the credit doesn't post, call again. 7. Unlock the card once the dust settles and consider switching that store to a credit card for future visits. How to spot a store that creates problems and how to shop there safely anyway. Red flags, chip readers taped over terminals that default to swipe, cash-only signs at random hours, staff who say we can't print details, and receipt printers that never work. If you must shop there, set a tiny daily limit before you walk in, pay with a credit card if you can, and keep your phone out with alerts ready. If your gut says leave, leave. No sale is worth account gymnastics. What if the cashier insists you didn't pay and a line is forming? Breathe. Smile and say, I'm not in a rush, but I don't want to pay twice. My bank shows an authorization. Could we call a manager or check the terminal log? I'll step aside so others can go through. This keeps you kind to the crowd and firm with the process. If anyone suggests you pay again now and we'll sort it later, answer, I'd prefer to sort it now with a void or 1 correct sale. Calm repetition wins. Self-checkout cameras are there to watch items, not protect your money. If an attendant waves you to scan again, show your alert and ask for a supervisor. Say, this shows approved at /. I need a reprint or a void, not another charge. If the store refuses and insists you leave or pay again, film a short video outside the store with your explanation and the receipt, then file a dispute with your bank. Facts spoken clearly win disputes. Travel days add one more twist. Pre-authorizations at hotels and car rentals. These businesses place holds for hundreds of dollars. If their system glitches, the hold can stack with the final charge. Best move, use a credit card for deposits and holds, not debit. If you only have debit, ask them to run the hold for a specific amount and write it on your check-in paperwork. At checkout, ask them to release the hold and print a zero balance folio. If your bank still shows a hold after 3 business days, call with the folio number handy. Dynamic currency conversion abroad is a cousin of the declined headache. A terminal asks, pay in your home currency. If you say yes, you get a bad exchange rate and sometimes an extra fee. Always choose the local currency and let your bank do the math. If a receipt shows conversion you didn't ask for, write DCC refused and the date on the slip and dispute later. When you reduce friction at the terminal, you reduce errors that lead to double charges. Magstripe fallback deserves its own little speech. Stripe was fine in 1998. Today, chip and contactless are safer. If a cashier says, swipe the stripe, the chip is fussy, answer, let's try a different terminal or I'll use a different card. Every time you swipe, you open the door to old tricks, skimmers, double swipes, fake declines. Your polite no is a security upgrade in one sentence. At home, do a 5-minute statement stroll on Sundays. Open your app. Scan the last 5 to 10 transactions. If anything looks odd, tap it and add a note. Grocery double-checked receipt on 9/10. If a duplicate appears, you catch it early and have energy to fix it. Bored money is safe money. Busy money makes mistakes. Teach your family the script so you're not the only adult in the room. Share 2 lines with everyone who borrows your card for errands. If a payment fails, don't run it again until you check the bank alert. Ask for a void and a printed detail. Place a sticky note in your wallet that reads, "Void refund, print detail, one method, one try." The more you repeat these words at home, the easier they show up at the counter. Common myths to delete from your brain. Myth: if it's pending, the store can't do anything. Truth: they can void same-day sales and reverse errors before batch. Myth: a decline means nothing happened. Truth: sometimes an authorization holds even when the receipt says decline. Myth: debit is always safer because it's my money. Truth: debit exposes your spend money directly. Credit creates a wall while you sort errors. If debit is your choice, use limits and alerts like armor. If you manage money for a spouse or parent, add your number as an alert contact if the bank allows it. Duplicates show up faster when 2 people are watching. Create a money map sheet at home listing bank names, last 4 digits, and customer service numbers. Keep it in a folder labeled "in case." When a double charge appears, you won't hunt numbers while you're annoyed. When a merchant truly made an honest mistake and apologizes, accept it and ask for a same-day void and a small gesture if you spent time-free delivery next time, a discount on the next purchase, or simply a note on your account. You're not chasing $2, you're training a store to treat your time like it matters. Most managers will surprise you with kindness when you are calm and specific. If a store repeatedly causes problems, write a short review that educates, not punishes. Terminal often asks to swipe after chip, double charge risk. Ask for void if first attempt approves. You help other seniors walk in prepared. We're a choir, let your voice carry a helpful tune. A 1-minute recap you can save in your phone notes. At the counter, stop the second try, ask if the first authorized, print detail, void same day if it did, one method, one attempt, take receipts. In the app, alerts on, limits set, card lock ready. After, photo receipts, short note, dispute if needed, follow up in 3 days. Prefer chip or tap, avoid magstripe fallback, pay in local currency abroad. The trick dies when you slow it down and shine light on it. Calm is your superpower. If this helped, give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend who gets flustered at self-checkout. Tell me in the comments if you've seen this trick and which line you'll use next time. Your money is yours. Keep it that way with 2 sentences and a smile.